Hello, how are you? I know you're doing great. You're doing great even if you are failing. At least you're trying. And keep on trying. Don't give up. Don't be sitting there going, I can't. Look at all this going out and not coming in, and somebody's lost their job. We're in inflation. I can't get presents. I can't give gifts. I can't give birthday gifts. Don't know what I'm doing. Number one, just settle down, okay? And just think you're okay. You're worthy. You can do this. You may not have did it before, but you can change. You have to be open to change. You may not like the change, but you got to change in all walks of life. You may have to change your political aspirations. You may have to change the way you go to work every day. People get mad. They go to work the same way every day. And all of a sudden, if there's an accident or something happens that stops the traffic and there's no way, they know no other way. They're sitting there looking and going on. Now, when I move into a city or a neighborhood, I immediately go all the way around town. I start going all through the town to see where I can get out. Where can I go down that road? Can I go down this road? And you see people when there's an accident up there, they're hitting their steering wheel, they're angry, blah, blah, blah. They can't get where they're going. They don't know where they're going. They've been following this route day in and day out. It's supposed to be open. You know, you're assuming too much because it may not be open. You're assuming too much because you come out late every day. Okay, you're supposed to be at work maybe at 8 o'clock and you come out at 7:45 and you think you're going to make it down 15 minutes. Like, boom, I'm just 15 minutes from work. Things happen. You know, things just happen. And I always used to get up early anyway. I was way early before everybody got there because I knew about anything can happen. And I know it now. I watched them. There was an accident the other day. Steering wheel, fussing, blah, blah, blah. People following me because I knew the way out to get back to where I was going. All of a sudden, cars were like, zoom, where's she going? Boom, let's go. But you have to have a way out in everything in your life. Just simple things like that. Knowing your neighborhood, knowing the streets. Where can I get out? When you first move to a city, you need to figure out what's going on because sometimes there's danger and you don't know which way to get out. And you may run into a dead end. And your mind will go, okay, I know where I am at. You know what's going on. I remember me and my girlfriend, we went out one night. And she was driving, and I should have been driving. She was a little tipsy, and she wound up in a cornfield. I mean, right in the middle of a cornfield. I don't know how she got in the middle of the cornfield. It had a little road going down it. And all of a sudden, I looked up, and I said, why are we here? You know? And then I said, go that way because I saw some lights. I said, head that way. There's a town or something. And I said, oh, I know where we're at. Okay, turn left. I know where we are. I know. See, she didn't know. She had lived there before I had, but I had circled the streets and I said, I'm getting in the car, switch, and boom, got where we were going. And just because she would have still been stuck there because she didn't know where she was at. They probably would have found her the next morning still in the cornfield. Why are you in this cornfield? Which is so funny. I told you, I got stories upon stories. And sometimes we think back or I tell the kids and they go, what? And my parents tell stories of what went on. And it's really a fun time because everybody figures out we got a story to tell. You know, it may be a bumpy story, it may be a bad story, but we got a story to tell. But back to accountability. Remember that whatever you're worthy, You deserve to have the best life. You can get out of whatever you're doing. You deserve to have the best life. No matter what happened in your past, no matter what you think is going to happen in your future, you need to be living now. Don't be worrying about the future. You need to worry about the day, because you're a magnet of miracles. Things change every day, every minute, every second. It's not the same day that you had yesterday. You may have new ideas. God may threw something in there, or your guardian angel may have said, look, let's do this to get this straightened out. You got to be grateful and blessed, open and receptive to all good in your life. And remember always that you are a winner. You're God's child. You're a winner. You already got this. God's already wealthy. He's already got everything. So you're his child. You got it. You just got to navigate what you're doing. And we have to hold ourselves accountable. I didn't hold myself accountable. You know, after my husband passed, even during that time, money-wise, I was pretty strong, keeping intact. You know, I told you he was the spender. He wasn't a spender. He gave money, a lot of money, to his family. And it was just ongoing. We need $4,000. And before I knew it, it was coming out of the checking account and savings account. And when I realized it, because I was over the bills. He wasn't used to being over the bills. He had come from a poor family, very poor, probably poorer than some of you were. And he didn't know anything about checking, savings account, anything. He was so overjoyed to be with a checking account. And we were on a joint account, and he kept just putting out money, because he was making money. He was making more money than his family had ever seen before in their life. And of course, they start gravitating. He's got money. You loan me this? And they're not going to pay it back. They weren't going to pay it back. It was very few. I think his sister paid him back. But, usually they thought they deserved to be taken care of, which a lot of people go through, and then you wonder why that person, it may be your friend or somebody, or they may be playing pro basketball or football. You wonder why they gravitate away, because you keep asking, or somebody keeps asking them for money, and then they get upset, the ones that don't have the money. Oh, you're ignoring us. You're the big time league or whatever. It's not that. It's you keep asking. There's other people asking, and they're trying to get away from that life and enjoy their life. And that's what just happens. They move out of neighborhoods because of that. It's not just white flight. It's brown flight. It's Native American flight. It's Asian flight. They do it. They just don't talk about it. They can't deal in that neighborhood too long. So you have to be accountable for your own life. And the things you do. Sometimes you have to move. You've grown up. Sometimes you can't give that to people. But I wasn't holding myself accountable. After he passed, and he wasn't holding accountable to what happened to him, he practically, like my kids said, he did that to himself. He unalived himself. When it was so simple, he wouldn't take the medication. He swore somebody was trying, he had grown up in this atmosphere where, the doctors don't know what they're talking about and blah, blah, blah. And he didn't take his medicine, just refused to take it. Thinking, he was calling all his relatives, should I take this? Should I take this? And they were going, no, I wouldn't take it, man. I wouldn't do this. Oh, no, I wouldn't take that. They weren't used to taking medicine. Okay, they were just like, no, they're trying to take you out. And he didn't take his medicine. And it took him out. No matter if I offered it, my daughter offered it, my son offered it, no, I don't want to take it anymore. His doctor, he went to another doctor, and doctor said, you got to take your medicine, you'll be fine. Nope. He just looked at him, because I told the doctor, I said, he's not taking any medicine. I can't force it on him unless he goes into the hospital. And he started having seizures, so that's when he went to the hospital. And the hospital was even going, if he goes, I guess not, what I want to call it, not responsive, and then I could take over. I can't take over as long as he was responsive and answering questions. And he would just refuse, and he would call, I want to get out the hospital, come pick me up, blah, 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 blah. And I remember one nurse telling me, you better get ready, because if he's not going to take his medicine, it's not going to be long. And so we were prepared. You don't want somebody to go, but that's what happened to him. He just wouldn't listen to anybody. And he wouldn't listen with the money. So when he was gone, of course, your other income is gone. And the things that you went after, the bonuses, you didn't save them, blah, 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 blah. And, we weren't accountable. I wasn't accountable. When I got a bonus or something, I wasn't accountable. If I got a raise or something, I wasn't accountable. Now I am. When I get a bonus or a raise or whatever, I put that into savings or whatever I'm doing. Then that's, a lot of people don't do that. When you get a raise or a bonus, you need to ignore it and just put it in savings. Okay, no matter how small, it may be $100 every month, maybe $20 every month. You may be on Social Security or whatever. If you're able to take that extra money, I think the Social Security, they'll be going up, and just put it away and see if you can ignore it. Maybe you can't, maybe you need it. I'm not saying just keep it out there. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you can kind of ignore that and put it in savings and or something where you can save it, and then if you need it, it's there. Or maybe you're just saving. But people are not accountable. You're not accountable to yourself. I wasn't accountable after that happened. Last year was a total different picture. I was living off a little over $5,000 a month. Wasn't trying to get an extra stream of income. Was just... I was working an extra job. I was teaching, but I still was working at the law firm and doing research in them for that. And the money just wasn't making it. It wasn't coming in. I'd gotten out the hospital, had hospital deductibles, all that after you come out. Doing credit cards, doing loans, personal loans, doing predatory loans, anything I could grab to have money coming in till I just hit rock bottom in September going, I can't keep doing this. I wasn't holding myself accountable. I said, we're at rock bottom. There's no money anywhere. I have nothing unless we start selling stuff really swiftly, and even then I don't have enough to take care of what I'm doing, because your minimum payment is way bigger than your check usually. And I just went, okay, saw the cash stuff and been looking at it, and saw Deborah's Journey and couple of others, and went, okay, that's what I'm doing. Kids looked at me like I was crazy, but I said, it's not the YouTube money. I got to have something to hold myself accountable. And we all do. I had to hold myself accountable. Now it's totally different. And I don't say, somebody emailed me about, well, why don't you say about your other income? Yes, my income, now I'm in six figures. And I don't mess with Uncle Sam. I pay him faithfully. People mess with Uncle Sam. I've never messed with Uncle Sam. You can have your money, okay? I don't care. You can have your money. I know we're making enough income this year that when tax time comes, I have an accountant do it for the business part of us, that we will not be receiving a refund, okay? Because we're making too much to deal with that. And so, not worried about it, don't need it. Not relying on it this year. But, I don't mess with Uncle Sam. Nobody should mess with Uncle Sam. Yes, we're fussing, blah, blah, blah. It's going here, it's going there. Once it leaves my hands, I say, God, take care of it and make sure it goes to people that need it. And I just keep going. I just keep on going about Uncle Sam. I cannot stress. Do not mess with the man. Okay, just leave Uncle Sam alone and pay your taxes. That's all you gotta do. But yes, I do answering that person. Yes, we are, but I don't show it. I think I did it one time, but that was a while back, and it's different now. And I just put on here what we live on. I don't talk about the business too much anymore. I don't mind the streams of income type thing. I told you those types of things that we do, and we add on to it. It's kind of the umbrella business, and then we have other smaller things going on. We do seasonal work. Some people that want to do that with me. Yes, I do have employees. Yes, we deliver, we do all kinds of things. I teach online. And now my girlfriend wants me to go half and half in her business. So I pick up different types of income. I work at a law firm, but I don't like being a lawyer. I did graduate and did the bar, but I've always wanted to teach kids all my life. I just wanted to be a teacher. And that kind of was going sideways. The worse the kids got, the worse I went. Okay, time to go. I was ready to go anyway. And so I was leaning more at the law firm I was working on, and I was not trying to be the lawyer that stands up in front of everybody. I enjoyed working behind the scenes or working with one of the particular lawyers that's in the firm, going with them and not dealing with that. I'm the one at the computer checking cites and citations and whatever they have going on and making sure the briefs are right. I'm the one behind doing that. So that's the type of thing I do. Sometimes I have to teach at the college because somebody's ill in the law school. Like I said, it's just different things, and it's fun. It's fun for me to be, I can do that. I can go over here. I can do this. And yeah, it would drive other people crazy, but I'm kind of hyper with this. So it's just like, okay, I can do that. Yeah, I got time to do that, and let me dawdle in that. And I don't like to do that. And then, that's what I do. And it's called Up Under the Umbrella of Things. And my mom said, I've never seen you happier. Even with all this madness going on. She said, but you got control of the madness. I said, yeah, I got my peeps under me. And I said, I got y'all aren't far there. They got, and I said, it's just like them. They got different streams of income. They always have had. Even before I was born, they did, my dad had one main job and two part-time for a while, he said. And then he was in the Army. He would go back. He was an Air Force person. And those things were still going. He had friends running things. And he just went on back, and when he was on furlough, he'd check and blah, blah, blah. My mom was running his stuff. She had even opened a restaurant. And the restaurant was for sale, and they bought it. And so she had opened a restaurant. And it was a fish place. And she'd fry fish and whatever. They would catch fresh fish. And so they had a lot of streams of income. Even my grandparents, they're back into doing stuff. So they never quit. They said there is no such thing as retirement in our family. We will be working till the day we're gone. We've always did that, and I see it. My aunt passed away. She was still working. They were still going, and she was in her 90s. She said, because they said we can go on a trip anytime. We can go to Florida, whatever. We can do that anytime. It's more fun to go and come back to your life and have something to do. So, but you got to hold yourself accountable. I saw one subscriber I was looking at, and she makes like $10,000 a month, and her expenses were $9,000 something, but she was in debt $541,000, $500,000, and then the only cash flow she had like 1,000 left. Every month from that 10,000, her expenses are still over the top, gone. And you're sitting there going, what were you doing? And she's got the credit card syndrome, the store card syndrome, the mortgage, and her mortgage is like $2,600 or something a month. And I'm sitting there going, can you imagine if you didn't just had the mortgage to pay? You'd have like at least $7,000 to $8,000, and in your car, she has a car payment. It's over the roof. I think it's $800 a month, and that she can't afford. Okay, luxury type thing that she had bought before. She's got a lower interest rate, but right now everything's out the wazoo. Just crazy. But see, she's not holding herself accountable. She's going, well, I'll be all right. I said, I don't know if something comes down the line that you are ill or whatever, you're not going to be all right with $1,000 every month. Look at you now. That's all you got left. You just don't have it. It's gone. You depleted she had stocks and bonds before. I said, you pulled those out. You pulled stuff out of your savings. You don't have it. And I said, now you're up here cash stuffing and it's still not working. It's just totally not working. So hold yourself accountable for things that you have, because people don't want to hold themselves accountable. They want to tell everybody else what to do, but you got to hold yourself accountable first. I hold myself accountable first before I even come on here and tell you anything or tell you, I'm like, okay, I'll tell you, I did it, this blue, type thing. You got to hold yourself accountable. People hate to do that, even for what you say or what you believe in. If you're a part of a political party, you got to hold yourself accountable. Why are you there? Sometimes you got to think, why are you there? What do they believe in? Are you understanding what's happening with all the parties? Is somebody lying to you? And that can happen in any party, okay? It didn't make any difference. Or even out in the street. Are you lying to me? You have to hold yourself accountable. This is how people get in the scams, because you don't hold yourself accountable. You're trying to get into the get rich scheme, and you're going, is this really it? You didn't hold yourself accountable. That's how people lose their money. It's like, oh no, it's like, I can get this. Oh, that company says they owe me money. Oh, that's really the company name. No, it's not the company name. If you click on it, they got elaborate things like, oh, we're mailing you this. You inherited this. Okay. Who did you inherit it from? Did you check? Did you check your family? They like to go after elderly people, but they need to check. Need to check what is going on. Is this really, these scams of your grandson is in dire trouble? They get the phone number. The phone numbers are all over the internet. People wonder, how do they get my phone number? We've got a footprint on that internet that is just out there. You can type in somebody's name and there they are. All they need is just a little bit of information. So, and also make sure your credit report is locked. Okay, frozen. And if you can't afford it, just make sure there is a freeze on there. All the credit companies need to give free freezes, at least. But some want you to pay, which I think is wrong. They should at least put a freeze on there or a lock where people cannot go into your credit report and do what they want to do or get information off of it. But some of them do want you to pay. And that needs to change too. You shouldn't have to pay $29, $32 extra a month just for you to close my report. Just close it. It's just a lock on there. But they don't want to. They want extra money here. And the credit bureau's not for you anyway. You can dispute and dispute and dispute. And usually it comes back not in your favor. It looks like 90% of the time they won't pay attention to you. And they got it real I want to say mechanical, where you can only put so much information in there. Oh, write that. That may not even be, you're trying to tell them what's going on and they won't listen. So, write them a letter. If you're disputing, just write the letter. They're going to pay attention to you. They're not going to pay attention to these companies that are telling you, we'll dispute it, we'll dispute it. They don't pay attention to them very well. They quit. They said they get so many of those letters, they don't pay attention. But they pay more attention if you do it. So take some time for yourself. Do accountability. Check that credit report, because this stuff on there. I remember during the COVID, somebody had taken out a PPP loan on my daughter, and we got it. This check comes through, and we're like, whoo. And I had to get the credit report, and I looked on there it is. Somebody had applied for it. But they didn't get it. It came to the house. And you talking about me getting that check. Like, I'm calling everybody. I called the Small Business Administration in Washington. I was calling the credit bureau. Like, are you serious that you even let this through, that you didn't message me? And I had all the alerts on all of our accounts at that time. And I'm sitting there going, you didn't even alert me. You didn't say nothing. Paying you all this money. So be accountable. If I hadn't been checking my credit report like I do all the time, I check stuff all the time. It's just normal. Okay, get up in the morning, check credit report, boom, check my bank. I got a certain routine going on. You got to have a daily routine. We are in a different world. You got to watch for a scam. You need to wake up and check your mail, check your email, change passwords that are the same. Do not have the same password. I know it's a pain in the butt, but just don't have the same password. It's easier if you forget it to just change it again, than to lose everything you got. Okay, make sure nothing's hooked to your computer or anything. Don't let anybody hook to your computer. Don't let anybody hook to your bank accounts. We got a lot of things hooked to our bank accounts. Well, let us see in there. But I do love my bank, because if they have to hook to look in there, and sometimes they just want to stay. And my bank will go, do you want us to unhook now? The next day. And I'm like, yep, unhooked. They don't need to stay in there. And some companies, I'm just like, you don't need to look in there, because you can see everything. It's none of your business. Okay, I don't let my kids look in my bank sometimes. I'm like, stop. Y'all got your own account. Stop. You know what's going on, but just stop. And they don't look, they never have, but it's just like, I just don't want to be bothered with. Stop looking at my account. It's just something personal. I don't look in yours. You don't look unless you ask me to. But do what you got to do. Be accountable for everything you do. Every dollar, every penny counts. It's not just a dollar. Every penny counts. We're in inflation. Don't let them tell you we're out of it and we're running around and going on and doing all this stuff. You may not be able to do it. We still got next year going. You're working on your debt. Get out of debt so you can enjoy yourself. You will enjoy yourself. Everything that you put on that debt is one step closer to enjoying it. You don't know what it feels like. I've been out of debt, okay? And you walk to that mailbox, or you go to your emails, and nobody's there telling you, you owe this, you owe that. You know that you don't owe anybody because you paid it off, and you're just looking at them, okay, scammer. Or it's either a bill that's out of the statute of limitations. And make sure, if you're looking at the statute of limitations, that you go to the correct site, because some of them are not updated. Like my state, our governor changed the statute of limitations, and they're still saying it's the old statute of limitations. The statute of limitation keeps a debt collector from suing you. You still owe the debt, but you're not going to court. And that's why some of them are hurrying up and scurrying around to get pay this, because your statute of limitations may be over with. You know, some are 3 years, some are 6 years, blah, blah, blah. Depends on what it is. And, you know, make sure you're at the right place, because some places, companies have not updated. They just threw that mess on there, and you click and they get money because you read it. All right, so this is going to be a long video because I talk a lot, right? But I don't care. I know you don't care either. And if you do care, just move on. You know, just move on. Let me see. I was going to do the scratcher. What's over here? We'll use a quarter today. Hop in the budget with Bunny gave me this, so I decided today is her day. So we'll do what she gave me, the little name thing, and I'm so glad she gave it to me. I thought hers was so cute. So we'll do 2, and that's $10 there. And here I've got $330. So that'll go there. And Star Budgets made this, and she sent me this. Star Budgets did. So let's see what we can do out of this one. We got $1, which I think I got some dollars. This $4. Oh, I do, but I want to put them in the other thing. You know, my dollar challenge. But plus, this is my, I don't usually condense on camera. I'm not a condensing person. Not doing camera. When people condense, I'm like, okay, that's cute. I don't want to. But we'll take 10. I don't know how much this is. Okay, we got 10, 11, 16. 16 and 8 is 24. So we'll do 24. Take 2 20s. And I'll just use the 4 ones and change them later. Because I got to use, if I got 4 ones, okay, 25. 25. Come on. And you go over there so I can get you straightened out in a little bit. Condensing. Okay. So we're going to start with Saveopoly. Oh, yes, we are. Okay, here we go. Got the calculator. Now I don't have to run across the room. I did it. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $25. Turn on. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double roll 2 times and double the amount. So we have $10. 1, $12. I haven't had that in a while. I do go to jail quite frequently, like right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 45. Remember that day when I kept on bouncing back and forth? I was in jail. You know, you're just jailed all the time. I was like, what is this today? Plus $8. We're at 100. 2. We got 120. $20. We skipped jail, thank you. Plus $35. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $5. And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's $25, but and 5, so that's 30. I'll add it in there anyway. So we did $195. $190. Where am I getting 95 from? Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now just put this 10 in to get changed, because this is the Saveopoly money I've been having. That's what that is. And I gotta get and condense it. So the day was $190. So I made a lot of moolah off of Saveopoly. Yeah, we are getting it. And this is the first week. And this was 223. Remember that. I was telling myself, remember. So this is we're at 190 for that. But I made a lot of money off of that. And we should do November while I'm here. 143 plus 146 plus 288 plus 223 equals, we had 800 even for that. And most of it's going, well, all of it's going toward my house and car that I am paying off. So there we are. And I hope you have a wonderful day because you are worthy. You are worthy. You're God's child. He's going to do this for you and do whatever it is as long as you believe. Now, you don't believe or you're acting up or doing what you want to do. No, you're not getting nothing. You know how he does? It's like, he's got a sense of humor too, so that's why we got a sense of humor. Some of us pretend, no, we don't. But anyway, I want you to take care, enjoy yourself. And I'm still looking at videos. I write down shout outs to the ones I'm looking at. If you need a shout out, please say so. Can't get to everybody. And like and subscribe. We're on our way to the 200. And we will be doing a giveaway on December the 31st. I don't know what time yet. I remember the times you were talking about were the best, but I will do it way before New Year's, the ball drops or whatever you're dropping off or wherever we are. So take care. Love you. Take care of yourself, okay? Take care of your moolah. Get that money straightened out. Take care of your life if you're doing that. Remember, next year, 2024, we are doing debt-free. You're either going to do debt-free or you're going to try to be debt-free. And if you don't make it, you're not going to be upset, okay? It's a goal. You're going to do a soft goal, as the nightlife said. A soft goal, like a soft hit on your credit report. Soft, okay? And that goal can be moved as you go. We're not doing resolutions with the debt on my end, okay? And then you're trying to be debt free. If you don't make it, you're all right. You're calm. You know how to get out of it. And then others that are out of debt, you are saving. You may be investing, you may be saving, you may buy rental income and getting that income from saving, but save, just save. We're not out of inflation. Everybody should be saving. If you have extra income while you are doing debt, save, or if you can invest big, like a regular stock market, do the little ones. Those still, you can find ones they pay dividends. Dividends are what companies pay you from their stock. So find those companies that do dividends. And if you like, I'll do a video on that. Because that's all I got. I got the dividend people. I want them to pay me. You pay me, not me putting out all the time. And so, if you want me to do one, let me know. But take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.